Woman who gives birth live on the internet. And what made you choose this quite risque choice? Or was it even risque in your mind to give birth live on the internet? You didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, it wasn't risque for me. The reason why I wanted to do it was because I wanted people to see that what undisturbed birth looks like what a physiological, just let a woman give birth, what that looks like, because it's so different than all the images that we've seen, like everything that we've seen on TV and like sitcoms, on movies, on shows like TLC and like Baby Story and Maternity Ward. It's all this like scene of women laying on hospital beds, strapped to machines, and like people yelling at them, and then they're screaming, and somebody's telling her when to push, and it's like just this scene of craziness and scary and all of that. And so my thing was I wanted to show people that birth doesn't have to be scary. It actually ended up being 12,000 people signed up to watch. And so I sent out the email saying, hey, we're in labor, you can tune in. And then they essentially watched me go about my business. So early labor, you're just a human being and you just happen to be at home. And so I have 2 other kids, so we were playing with the kids. I had to get up and do my thing through contractions, and so they got to see like how I dealt with my contractions. And
How long were you in labor in front of over 12,000 people via webcam?
so it was 7 that we notified people, and then by about midnight, things were slowing down and labor was spreading, like the contractions were spreading out. I put a little sign up for the camera saying that we were going to go lay down for a little bit. So I went to go lay down around midnight, 12:30, and then at 2 o'clock I sent everybody an email again saying baby's coming. And at that point, baby was really coming. And so my priority was to make sure that people that wanted to watch were watching. So I told them at 2. I didn't tell my midwives until 2:40, which didn't give them enough time to make it. So it ended up being unintentionally an unassisted birth.
But it wasn't it was an unassisted birth, but it wasn't an unwatched birth. At the end of the day,
Right.
it says that over 13,000 people watched you give birth in this very quick, very beautiful moment.
Yeah. I don't know how many people were watching at the moment, but so he ended up being born at 3:18. So it was like that last part went from things aren't really happening to, whoa, the baby's coming out now. I really feel like I need to be in the water. So it was a water birth. And yeah, and then it was like, no, he's coming. Like, just like Leah's story where like, oh, yeah, no, this isn't going to take very long. He's coming out. And then so they got to watch him being born.
It's always an amazing, amazing experience to give birth and to have a happy, healthy outcome.